Hello and welcome to episode 72 of the Game Bowl Podcast, your weekly dose of lightning in a bottle. Today I'm joined here by a great crew. One of the spots filled by none other than Brett the Bear Slayer.
Hello.
Returning from his bear slaying adventures.
It's
How
been
was that?
a few weeks, I feel like, since I've been on this show.
I think it's been at least 2.
Wow, it feels like forever. I think I was busy with some other things, or I was killing bears, and I couldn't get all the blood off in time for me to make the podcast.
Okay.
Those poor
Completely
Cubs.
understandable.
I don't hurt the Cubs.
Oh, they don't have parents anymore.
I mean, that's not my problem.
Yeah, no, you're just like, you're next, and then come
I
back
mean, it's
a couple
kind of my
years later.
problem, but at the same time, it's like, I'll keep the Cubs alive, because it means that the Chicago Cubs maybe have a chance to win the World Series.
Oh, okay.
So, like, it'll be canon, you know?
What about the
Non-segue.
Chicago Bears?
No likes the Bears. Mike could, like, commit a bunch of crimes, and people in Chicago would still adore him.
Who?
Mike Ditka?
Yeah, he could do that.
Coach Ditka?
Coach
Stop
Ditka. The other voice you probably heard was Liam joining us yet again,
Third time is the charm.
which means this is going to be a special episode.
Yeah. As I drew that out as long as possible.
Again, this is this is the Game Bowl Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are boarding the flight. We are flying at about 35,000 feet.
Sorry, we accidentally put the engine in upside down.
Not much of an issue, but you might experience some turbulence here in the next couple of minutes. But stay with us, please.
This is the Game Bowl Podcast, your official podcast of PilotTalk.com.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but no, you can find Pilot Talk on PilotTalk.com probably if you went there. But
Is that the site, or you're just making it up?
I have no idea. I'm gonna look it up right now. PilotTalk.com. I really doubt it is.
Well,
No, no. Wait, hold on. No, it's not.
Oh, by the
Sadly.
URL.
Yeah, let's get the
Just
URL.
to do
Fuck
Mark
John.
Cuban. Just send them to URLs like
Yeah.
nx.com.
oh no, someone took it.
pilottalk.com.
The official podcast of thegamble.com posts to iTunes every Tuesday and YouTube every Wednesday. It'll be a day later just because we're streaming differently since Cody doesn't have his capabilities.
He will soon, though. I think he's getting his computer.
Yes, he
this
will.
week.
Yeah, Amazon or whoever he ordered his computer off lied to him. He thought he was getting it today, but now it's tomorrow.
Sons of guns.
Yeah. As always, we're going to start off with what we're playing. Who wants to go first? I'm going to go with Liam because I want to talk about Bioshock Infinite.
Okay. I'm clearing out my backlog. I don't think I've finished Bioshock Infinite. But I'm replaying that.
I'm going over a wicked allergy attack, so I might cough here and there.
Okay, that's fine.
Getting better though, but early this week was like, whew, my goodness, it was frustrating.
You need a cough drop.
I took Claritin D. Apparently, I was told by the big boy doctors to not take Claritin D. So.
Oh, yeah, I saw you tweeted. You were like, did you tweet it?
Went to the pediatrician for 20 years. Now we got called up to the big leagues.
And the big leagues. You did it. This is it.
I went into the back door. I was like, "Oh God, this isn't the entrance." I'm so sorry. What a way to debut at the big boy doctor.
Wow.
Smooth sailing so far. Anyways, I'm sorry, Liam. Go ahead.
I'm going to open up a tear to cure your cough, but the consequence is I'll probably have like a unicorn for a head.
I mean,
Oh my god, an
Freddy.
entire unicorn for a head.
I want one of his
not
horse
just a unicorn, an entire unicorn for
Yeah,
a
not
head.
not just the horn. Like the
So
entire horse.
I'm going 6 times. I have 6 legs. I'm going 6 times as fast. It's a revolution.
head.
Don't think that's how it would work if that happened, but alright.
It would probably hurt. Finishing up Bioshock Infinite. It is lots of action. Even compared to 2, there's a lot of action in Infinite. I think there's a little too much action, even though I think it's fun to play. Ultimately fun to play. But
Don't
the
speak
environment.
badly of Bioshock Infinitely.
But the I think at its core it's a good game. Like I definitely think it wasn't the best game of 2013, but it was definitely one of the better ones.
Oh, definitely.
Like I like it more than GTA 5.
Ooh.
I like it more than GTA 5.
Yeah. It's Columbia's cool. The overall story's to the point of nonsense. But I'm playing it and I'm like, Comstock's Trump. Like he is Trump. He is Trump. Like he
Slap it on the box.
definitely is.
Comstock is Trump.
If people start playing this game now, we would see a bunch of websites just pull up Comstock is actually Trump.
Confirmed by some guy at thegamble.com.
Or they like split them up into two, where the crazy side of Trump is Comstock, one is the role. The entrepreneur is the Fink guy who has the crazy...
Jeremiah Fink.
Yeah.
Okay. Liam, I imagine you having like one of those big cork boards with all like the pins in it, and then like the string hanging from the pins, and you're like putting all these pieces together, and you're like, Comstock is Trump.
I'm on it, you know.
The greatest mystery's been solved. Good rest easy, America.
Yes. But really, about Bioshock Infinite. Bioshock Infinite is one of my favorite games of all time. I love that game.
Sorry to hear that.
What the heck, Brett? This is not cool.
Like looking back in retrospect, like it's a great game. It's a lot of fun, but like just when I think about it right now, I'm like, you know, I had a good time with it, but I couldn't bring myself to play it again. Like I just feel like it wouldn't be as great. Like I just wouldn't really enjoy myself that much. And like I played Bioshock 1. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and like
I'm sorry for you.
I'm not.
Bioshock
1 is great. 2 is really good. Like 3, it's just like Infinite. It's just like, it's good, but I'm just, you know, when I think about it in my head, it's the same thing I get with like Resident Evil 4. You know, beloved game, so many people like it. And I played it to death on the PS2, but I haven't played it since then. And I'm like, is that game really as great as people make it out to be? You know, I had fun. But I look back with like a cloud in my mind of like kind of like, you know, weighing down the true sentiments I have towards the game.
Yeah, whenever the collection comes out and I get it, I'll probably play through the whole trilogy again just to, you know, just experience everything. I never played 2. I only played through 1. I did that after I did Infinite.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I just like the Infinite more just because it's more action paced. I just feel...
Yeah,
I don't know.
Definitely.
Like it's not as like Bioshock 1 is really kind of a horror-ish game.
Yeah, that's the thing I really like about Bioshock 1. But I definitely think one of Infinite's strengths is and games like Dying Light does this really well, and so does Uncharted sometimes. But you're a human, and you feel like a human with human-scaled superpowers. So, yeah, you can do the Bronco thing. Everyone goes up in the air. But it's not... It doesn't go out to... It doesn't get everyone. And you're still getting shot. And your shields still break down easily.
Yeah.
So I'm glad... Because there's parts in 2, toward the end of the game, when you've leveled up everything a lot, where you're just, like... You can take down, like, 3 big sisters at once. Like it's a piece of cake. But with Infinite, even I think I'm midway. I'm with the Sirens. But even like Infinite now, I still
fairly scaled and difficult. Like,
yeah.
Like you're always gonna have some kind of challenge, whether it be new enemy or, you know, multiple enemies or whatever.
Yeah, I am a little shocked at how easy it is compared to Bioshock 1. One of the things I remember about Bioshock 1 is when you get to the first big area where you have to go up to the 4 different rooms with the
That's where I am
elements.
right now, actually.
Yeah. There's like 3 big daddies, and so easy to you just get killed over and over, like over and over and over again
and
with
it's
those
like,
rooms.
And the one thing I don't like about that is the fact that, you know, you'll lose money in the process, but, you know, you can make the money back. But it's like, you know, you die and you slowly chip away. Like, it would be even better if, you know, like, there were a bigger penalty. You know, in retrospect, obviously you can't change that. But it's like, you know, this big hulking machine man or whatever it is, just terrifying, and your pistol makes the slightest, you know, chunk of damage, and then, you know, like you'll get a shotgun and use like the electric bolts, whatever it is, the electric buck, and then you pull out the regular shots, and like even then you're still like barely doing any damage. It's such a difficult, stressful fight.
But it'll be. But I like it. I still like it. In conclusion, I'm not. I think my feelings might change at the end, but I don't know. And the other thing I'm playing is trying to finish up Chrono Trigger. But speaking of Chrono Trigger, Brett, if you're talking about the games you're playing next.
Okay, well, that is a very efficient transition because I am playing. I am Setsuna, which draws. I wouldn't say many, but it definitely draws inspirations from Chrono Trigger, and I would say I'm going to be writing the review tonight, probably tomorrow too. So it'll be up on the site by the end of the week at the latest, probably like Thursday, Friday. But the biggest inspiration from it is the combat, where enemy placement. Well, I don't know if you've played Chrono Trigger, Grant. Yes, no.
No, I have not.
Oh my god, what are you doing? Get out of this podcast.
Sorry, I'll go play it right now.
Get out of
this
this podcast.
Take the reins for now.
Go play. Anyways, enemy play. You know, Liam. Enemy placement is a big part of it for your text. Where if you have, say your hero is on the left side of the screen, and you have 2 or 3 enemies that are bunched together, you can have the main character Endir has a tech called Cyclone, which is, I forget the one in Chrono Trigger, but it's pretty much the same thing Chrono uses, where he'll spin around like a whirlwind.
Cyclone.
Yeah, Cyclone. It's just like a quick one spin attack basically, and all the enemies in the area will get hit and it'll take damage and they'll be flung backwards, and that plays a definite factor in making your combat effective, because you can have 2 enemies bunched right next to each other, and another character can use their magic spell, and because they're so close together, it'll hit them both as opposed to hitting once, and maybe you can kill 2 enemies with one move. So it saves you mana, saves you getting hit and all that stuff. So yeah, there's that. Enemy placement is important, and then the techs, which are skills that every character has, and how this one works is instead of learning it by leveling, you get materials from monsters. You kill a bird and you get its wing or something, some kind of item from this monster, and you get all the monsters drop all these items, and you sell it to this vendor who will eventually give you your Sprite Knight, which is basically the skills in the game. And if you sell enough, and then you can obtain that Sprite Knight. You can obtain some kind of power that will make your attacks fire-based, or it'll create a barrier around one of your characters, and et cetera, et cetera. And that's basically how you get your skills. And then it just becomes a matter of equipping talismans that will give you more slots. These accessories that allow you to equip more command spells or support abilities and everything. So that's where it mostly draws inspiration from Chrono Trigger. Outside of that, not really much else. But overall, though, Eye of Setsuna is it's a good RPG for sure. It has its problems, which I will highlight in the review. Mainly, it's not make or break, but it doesn't have, ins, or you don't make money outside of selling monster pieces that are, food you find on the ground. And that which is really bothersome to me, because, I'll be 1,000 gills short, and I want to get this sword or this other weapon for my character that's really good, but I have to go kill more enemies to get that money back. And eventually, late game, it's not a problem at all, because you'll have so many items that you'll just rack. You'll have 100,000 gills. Holy crap, where did all that come from? And you can freely spend it on, items and other, healing items and everything. Outside of that, though, the story is very good. The characters are are likable and they're very interesting. It's definitely an emotional game, and I definitely recommend it if you like Chrono Trigger or those other classic JRPGs. It's not my favorite, but still it's a really solid game, and I definitely recommend it. They don't have an in-game clock, but from what I've read, I think it's around 20 hours. Couldn't tell you how much time it's been put into it. But if I had to guess, it was upwards of 20 to 30 hours, maybe the halfway mark. But anyways, I definitely recommend it, and I'll have my review on the site next few days. And then to wrap up, I've been playing Monster Hunter Generations. Dylan and I, Cody and Michael Blake tried to be on, but they were having issues. We did an episode of Games on Tap devoted to Monster Hunter, so if you want our full thoughts, then check that out. It'll be on YouTube or on iTunes fairly soon. But it's definitely my favorite in the series, and I think it's because I've played Monster Hunter in the past extensively, so I can get right into these games and know what I'm doing right away. And in terms of which monster I want to grind to craft this armor set or this weapon, whereas Monster Hunter 3 or 4, it'll take some time to get your feet wet and really to get into the idea of hunting these monsters and scrapping their stuff off their bodies. Whereas this one, it's unfortunately not really tutorialized. It's not the most welcoming in the series, in my opinion, for newcomers. But if you're a fan of the series, there's probably no doubt you're playing it already. And it's it's just really solid. The hunting styles and the hunter arts are all really fun. They really change up the game with of course with the many weapons that all feel distinctly different from one another. You can have a hunter style that allows you to be more aerial, which you can use to mount monsters and ultimately bring them down. Or you can use a striker style, which is what I use, where you can equip more hunter arts, so you can just do blow after blow and deal some heavy damage. So, yeah, if you're a fan of Monster Hunter, definitely check out Generations. And if you're interested in the series, I would say probably check out 4 Ultimate on 3DS, not Generations. I think we learned that Generations doesn't have G rank, which is basically endgame in Monster Hunter. That's a bit disappointing, but it's more so just testing out, the hunter styles and all that stuff for the next Monster Hunter. Anyways.
I've been playing Pokemon Go still, unfortunately.
Same. I walked.
Nice.
I got a Jinx today for my 10.
A Jinx?
Egg. But my egg. I didn't just find it.
I was like, you just find one in the wild.
I wish. And then I found a Slowbro.
Oh, there's a Squirtle nearby.
Oh, nice. I just had the notification. I level up, I think, 1.5 times today. I was surprised. I hit level 13, I think, and I unlocked the Great Ball. So I'm trying to preserve those for now, because I still have like 170 Pokeballs. So.
Yeah, I run out of Pokeballs all the time. I went out to...
Yeah, where I live, there are 3 Pokestops, and they're on the other side of where I live. So it's, a 3-mile walk if I want to go there, which is like, really? Almost an hour for me. So
yeah, I live by quite a few Pokestops. Like, there's not too many, but there's like within like I don't know, like 5 blocks or so. There's like 5. But I went to.
That's not bad because like, hopefully they'll refresh for you. Like,
yeah, no, it's not bad at all.
In order, like where I go, like I go on a walk. It's like there's a lake in the middle, and it's like a path around it, and there's like 4 Pokestops all in one spot, and then a little bit of space, and then like 4 more, and then it's just maybe 1 on the other side of the lake. And by the time you get back around, maybe from like a 10-minute walk or so, all the Pokestops are back up. So you're quickly replenished of your Pokeballs and stuff.
Right. What level are you?
I think 13 or 14, and I'm halfway up next level.
I'm only level 10. I don't go on like these long sessions, so I'm.
I only primarily use it when I'm going on a walk. That's about it.
Yeah, because I just like checking on it a few times a day. But I've been out like actually walking around like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I went into Philly last week, and there are Pokestops everywhere, and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I went to I went
I'm
out
12
on.
right now. I'm a little bit more than halfway to 13.
Yeah, but there's a ton of areas that have like a ton like downtown areas and stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
I drove out to Texas Tech to do a college visit thing,
oh, nice.
and there were so many all over. Like, I didn't know how many were on college campuses, but yeah, there's a ton there. While I was there, I found a Growlithe
Oh, nice.
and a Mankey, but I was out of Pokeball, so I couldn't.
Oh, that's the worst.
Did you get the
Yeah.
Growlithe at least, or did you get neither?
Oh, I didn't get either. I was,
Ah.
Oh, no.
what else did I catch? I caught one cool one. I have to look real quick. So I got into my recent. Oh, it was a Graveler. I caught a Graveler.
Oh, nice. I got a Geodude for my 2-kilometer egg today, so.
Nice. Yeah. So I caught a couple Geodudes out there. But yeah, it's fun. I like how going to completely different areas brings you completely different Pokemon that you wouldn't normally see.
Yeah, I live in like the woods, so I'm getting a lot of bugs and, common Pokemon, so.
Yeah, there's lots of rocks out in West Texas, so I would assume more rock type Pokemon.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Pokemon Go. I don't know how long I'll play it. Probably a while, but I mean, I'm never gonna be one of those hardcore people.
Probably the rest of the summer for me. I can feasibly walk to and from work when the daycare starts back up in the school year. I could use that as an incentive because it's probably like almost 2 miles to and back every time, so I could just use that as my modified walking exercise.
Yeah, I need to. I mean, it's kind of hard because I don't walk anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't know, like Texas, everything is so spread out. Like you can't really walk anywhere. You have to drive.
Yeah,
I mean,
everything. I'm like so far away from society. I'm like 15, 20 minutes out from like any like hot spots in my town. So.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Pokemon Go. It's fun. I just like to check in on it. I'm never gonna be one of the hardcore players that goes out.
I don't
do super long walks and is out all day. But
it's a walk. I'm walking at a minimum like 2 miles a day. So I'm not complaining.
Yeah, like if I'm out already like walking somewhere, then I'll do it. But I'm not gonna be like, oh man, there's this rare Pokemon. I gotta like jump out and go find it. Like,
yeah, there's a Snorlax 3 feet away.
The 3-step glitch too is so stupid.
Oh.
Every Pokemon shows up as 3 steps, and it doesn't get any closer.
I think it's 100 yards. So.
Yeah. But other than that, I've still been playing Rocket League, and still been playing NBA 2K16. Brett, I don't think you would like NBA 2K16 because it doesn't have Ben Simmons in it.
Well, you can import him. I've been playing it a bit.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. Well, that's how it typically goes. Like people will like create the draft.
Oh yeah, that's right. They'll like create rosters and stuff.
Yeah, so like if I pick the Sixers and win 4 games, like Ben Simmons, Brandon Ingram, or like all the other highly, it'll give me at least like the top 10 prospects of the upcoming draft to like scout and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm skeptical. Maybe it's because I played 2K16 almost as little as I do FIFA. I feel like 2K is like it just does not play well. Like it's not smooth to play. Like
definitely.
Like if I do my pro, like I can't seamlessly try and cross somebody up or dribble through and it's weird. And again, I don't play 2K often, and I kind of want to get 2K17 so I can be like the Sixers with Ben Simmons officially in there and stuff. But we'll see. I just, it's not as smooth as Madden, NHL, or MLB for me.
Yeah, I kind of feel like the problem with that is that, there's just so many moves, like dribble moves and stuff in basketball. Like, it's so complex. It's kind of hard to make the controls.
If I have the big man in the post, I'll try and spin around. I was like, oh, it doesn't work. I'm like, pump fake,
just pump,
and then take advantage.
But yeah. Yeah, I just like basketball a ton, so I kind of get past that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. That's all we got for now playing. Let's go ahead and move on to the news storm. Boom.
Digger.
Insert lightning noise here.
Yeah, I could do that, but I'm not going to do it. It's way too much work.
Everybody.
First up, there's more Pokemon Go news. Speaking of Pokemon Go, a couple minutes ago, I will bring it up right now. The first thing I'll go over is that sort of report Pokemon Go might finally have hit its peak number of users in the U.S. Let's see here. New data from survey company SurveyMonkey, the app might have, according to them, they might have finally reached its peak number of users, at least in the U.S. Let's see here. SurveyMonkey published a bunch of data from surveys it conducted, and it appears downloads of the app have tapered off and plateaued. While first week saw a huge spike in downloads, the influx of new users has not surprisingly slowed since then. To reach this conclusion, the company looked at 3 different data sets: daily active users, downloads, and Google search frequency. And there's sort of a graph
Does it say
in this article.
there are?
Yeah, there's a graph.
Okay. My computer's not cooperating, so I can't look at this graph you speak of, but I would.
But yeah, so it just basically shows up, like, at the beginning, going up super high, like really steep line, and then it sort of
it plateaus off, like the Indigo Plateau. Oh, Pokemon knowledge.
super far up. Like, it really doesn't fall off that much, but it's
The app doesn't shut down that much?
well, see, so the most it reached was just about just over 25 million users, or active users.
Well, the thing is, I feel like if you were to download this, you would have done it within the first 3 weeks.
Yeah,
When everybody was on, I mean, people are still playing it, but the word has already been spread out, social media, through conversation, whatever, that Pokemon Go is here and it's a thing. Like, you're not going to see a rise by thousands or millions of the individual people skeptical now, because like everybody's already on board, but we're not, and I don't think you're going to see millions jump on or hundreds of thousands jump on anytime soon. Because it's already there, so.
Yeah, I could see it like obviously when they release like new content or stuff, like new Pokemon.
You could see like returning people.
Yeah.
With like World of Warcraft, you'll see, like, it has like 4 million active users, and it'll go down to like 2.5 or something, and then the next expansion comes out and it's back up to like 3.7 or something. Like, it'll be that kind of thing, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think it'll ever be as high as it was at the beginning.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. More news came out during Comic-Con. Just some details on like what might come next. So there's a panel which featured John Hank, chief executive of Niantic, developer of the game.
Okay.
They revealed the 3 leaders of the, like, what are those called? Like the gym, like the
teams. I guess teams.
They just teams, yeah. So Team Valor, Team Mystic, and Team Instinct
I think
have.
I'm Blue Team, which I think is Mystic.
I'm Mystic, yeah.
It's a Blue Team.
Yeah, Mystic is blue, Valor is red, Instinct is yellow.
I don't see many red players.
I don't see a lot of
The
yellow.
thing is, like, blue is the version I have all 151 in, and it's probably my favorite version, so I just chose that because of that.
Yeah. So they sort of revealed new like leaders for them. It's just like some sort of character. During the panel, Hanky, maybe? I think it's just Hank. Also discussed some of the other features Niantic is thinking about bringing to Pokemon Go. So I read this before. It said that like the characters might like the gym leaders people. It's so confusing. They might like pop in and give you hints and stuff. Maybe give you some items if you've been doing well.
Oh, okay.
They also discussed some other features
Here's
Niantic's
a
bringing.
free Mew. Enjoy on us for being a loyal person who's logged in for 7 straight days.
Yes. He stressed that he was not confirming these features that he was talking about, but they're under consideration. Among them is Pokemon Centers, which are used to heal and store monsters in the core games. It is unclear what function they'll serve in Pokemon Go, however. On the subject of trading, Hank said Niantic needs for Pokemon Go servers to stabilize before they can introduce the ability to swap monsters with other players.
It's been better that I've noticed. Like, the servers themselves have been better lately.
Yeah, they have been better for sure. I haven't really like had anything crash for a couple of days.
Like, I'll occasionally have like a glitch where like the distance I'm walking doesn't register. so it'll set
Oh.
at like 1.4 kilometers, and
Yeah.
I'll just close it, open it back, and I'm just like, oh, I'm at 1.7 now or something.
Yeah, that happens to me too. And then like occasionally, like Pokeballs will freeze when you throw them, but that's
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
it's, I don't care if it's like today having to do with a Paris, like I'm not dying to get a Parasect, like I'm just I'll catch it to get one step closer to getting that
Parasect
Parasect.
is like the coolest.
It is cool, but like it was like a low level, so like the little circle's green.
Yeah, it doesn't
Like,
really-
I'll probably catch it, but if I don't, you got some bubble wrap there, Liam?
I was like, you eating
Yeah,
some
but-
chips?
Sorry, my microphone is stuck in my hair for some reason.
Oh god,
Okay.
that's dangerous.
Yes,
That's
it
how
That's how
Donald
fires
Trump,
start.
that's how Donald Trump became the Republican nominee.
Oh, that's scary.
That's how Trump
Except to you
became
too.
governor of Colombia. Yeah.
That's how he became Comstock.
So it all started. Comstock. Wait. So, question: is Comstock Trump or is Trump Comstock?
Oh god,
Liam,
you're the expert here.
so Trump opened a tear with his hair, and he moved back in time through the air,
It was all a dream.
where where he came
He-
across the Battle of Wounded Knee, and
there
he
was
was
a bear.
like, "Hey, it's me. I'm gonna take part in this battle, but you better not tattle. I'm gonna go nuts. It's gonna be the best." Yeah,
Damn, that was pretty impressive.
I know,
could
it's
not
so far.
find that many phrases in a row. It makes sense.
Pretty
cool.
good. I've been watching a lot of Curb playing the edge. Oh my god, I love it when he does that.
But no, so Trump opened a tear, went back to Battle of Wounded Knee, took part in Battle of Wounded Knee.
Hey, thank you for stopping by.
He took too much vigor, so that's why he hasn't aged. But then he stopped taking the vigor, grew out the
Killed him.
beard, and then created Columbia.
Okay.
And now we're at the start of Bioshock Infinite.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Trump is. So in short, Trump is Comstock.
Yes, and sure, Trump is Comstock.
Through a series of rhymes.
Trump became Comstock through a series of rhymes. Next up on the news, there are some Nintendo NX rumors again, reports,
boy.
whatever you want to call them.
This is big.
We got some rumors.
Some
Nintendo
really
NX.
big rumors, eh? Hey, boys.
Yeah, yes, there are. Nintendo's next gaming platform, codenamed NX, will be a portable console that has detachable controllers. A new report has suggested. According to Eurogamer, a quote number of sources have confirmed the NX will be a powerful handheld device, but that it also has controller modules that can be attached to both sides of its screen. The system can also be connected to a docking station for use on a big screen. The base unit effectively connects with what is described by Eurogamer as the brain of the NX, which is housed within the
It's like
portable
a
device to a
central
TV.
hub.
Let's see here. It continues on to say that NX will use cartridges as its physical media of choice. Nintendo has a long history of using cartridges for its portable gaming devices. It's unclear what capacity these cards will be available in. Modern games on PS4 and Xbox One can store up to 50 gigabytes of data, and many often require further installs on the internal hard drives. The NX will reportedly run on a proprietary operating system designed by Nintendo, not Android, as was suggested by previous.
right.
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
So one of the parts of the rumor was that the specs, it's clearly less powerful than the PS4 now. Is that correct?
I think that's the general consensus
so.
right now. It's like, I think it's the NVIDIA Tegra 1X. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's some mobile.
Let me pull up the Eurogamer article if my computer will allow.
But if that's the case, I mean, this like sounds like a new Game Boy. If this is like marketed as a brand new Game Boy or like a Super Game Boy or like a Game Boy NX, I think harkening back to playing up on the nostalgia and the success of that time, I think the NX would be fine. Will sell better, at least better than the Wii U.
Yeah. So it uses the NVIDIA's powerful Tegra mobile processor from the Eurogamer report. Yeah, when I first saw this morning, I wasn't quite sure what to make of it. Just I've firmly been a believer, at least a yearning for strictly a console.
Yeah.
No handheld hybrid, no. But if it's just a handheld, some kind of super powerful machine that ultimately connects to the TV, and you can play on the go or conveniently at home with one system. Like, I'm more on board. I'm more at ease with it. Again, these are just rumors, nothing from Nintendo. I know
Right.
personally, I've been more likely to believe some of this stuff because Nintendo has been dead quiet for forever. Yeah, forever. In regards to the NX, there's rumors of us seeing some kind of unveiling, some big event in September, where we'll actually finally see the NX, when it's set to launch in March of next year. So I just we're desperate for any kind of information, and I've been eating it up. But because it's difficult to not do that when it's like, well, Nintendo hasn't said anything, and you'll take any kind of rumor to discuss it and kind of be hopeful. But no, they had an illustration and on Eurogamer, and it's like it's not as like bulky or like it's almost like symmetrical. It's like the controller they have in mind. It's like the Wii U gamepad where it has like the two analog sticks and the D-pad and stuff and the center screen. But it seems like, excuse me, like the left side is the thumbstick and the D-pad, and that would detach, and then the right side is the thumbstick and the A, B, whatever other buttons, and that would detach, and it's like a tablet in the middle, that ultimately, um, functions as this main thing. So yeah, I'm not quite sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hope, we hear like it's less powerful than a PS4, and but I'm not against that if it's a handheld. Like a handheld is not going to be a PS4 or an Xbox One power.
Right.
Even the Neo or Scorpio. Like, I'm just curious, like, how can they make this work? Because I think Ubisoft has come out and said they like the system. I think dev kits have gone out to many big time publishers and some of their internal studios. So we'll see come the next few months if there's a big reveal event. It's NX. It's so mysterious. We have no idea.
Yeah. It is kind of crazy that nothing's have even like. I mean, I guess these reports have leaked out, but they aren't like anything official from Nintendo.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like what could help if it's easy to develop for, the independent developers can also develop for it, just to give them a different library of games besides their standard fare. Like, like I've been following Hyper Light Drifter's Kickstarter blog, and the sense I get with that is that it's gonna be very difficult to develop that game for the Wii U. So it sounds like if the tech for the NX is like more developer friendly, we could probably see some cool independent games if the audience is there, which would
definitely.
Be like a different variety,
And it seems like my audio is goofing up. Wonderful. Thanks, Audacity. That's around the 38-minute mark, so I'll double check that at the end. But anyways, not quite sure exactly what to make of it because, excuse me, we don't know nothing's official from Nintendo, so.
What do you think, Grant?
I mean, I don't know how I feel about it being, like, if the reports are true, like handheld. I know this is like the original reports that have like always kind of been just rumors that people spread around, like this like handheld console that you can connect to your TV. I don't really know how that can kind of compete with. I mean, I guess it's a different market, which is what Nintendo kind of always aims to get. It's not like the not like hardcore gamers that are trying to.
Yeah.
Because I think they released a statement actually that said that they're trying to, reach more casual fans.
And the thing is, like, people, I mean, us too, have interpreted it as, like, oh, it's another gimmick, it's another Wii, but, like, I think the audience that wants it is already there.
Yeah.
And they're not trying to reach it with, like, a simple-to-use gimmick like the Wii was, where, your grandparents could use it. Like, it's easily accessible and, like, readily available for anybody to pick up and play. Like, and it's just a video game machine, and that's it. There's no, like, remote you have to use to, flick your wrist at the TV screen or something.
Yeah. That's all we got on Nintendo.
Oh, one more thing. Do I?
Go ahead.
Thinking. Oh. Oh. With the NX, I feel like it's trying to solve the question when kids have a phone. It's like, why can't I just plug it into the TV and play it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think that's why everyone's like, this is going to win casual audiences back, because it'll look like a phone, like bigger than like a tablet, but you'll literally be able to plug it into the TV and play. I think that.
Yeah.
But that's all I have on it.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see, how developers will be able to handle it, and like if Zelda NX, if what we, the Wii U version looks fantastic. Like, is that what we're gonna see when we play on the go with the NX? This speculated handheld component, or is it just that on a smaller screen, and then like you put it connected to the TV and blown up, and it looks fantastic like the Wii U version was, just better. I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah, definitely.
Next up, the new Batman game is going to be introducing multiplayer to Telltale's adventure games.
Ooh, I have not heard this.
Yeah, I didn't know about it either until I saw it while I was doing the news. So, speaking about Batman, the game more or less plays out like Telltale's past adventure games, but you can now allow others to participate in the decision-making process. Telltale revealed the new feature at Comic-Con this past weekend, as reported by Shack News.
Isn't there a release date too?
It's August. It's early August.
Okay. Like next week, right?
Yeah, I think August 2nd.
Yeah, so it should be next week.
Yeah, it's next week.
Wow.
The developer's aware that players are sometimes accompanied by people who like to chime in when the game presents a choice. Quote, now from 2 to 2,000 plus people can help the player make decisions. And Telltale's communication
Persona
boss.
4 does that.
Huh?
Persona 4 Golden.
It
They
does.
have like a Liam, you might know what I'm talking about. It's like a connect feature.
Yeah.
Like press a button, and like in Persona 4, like you can go grind, you can go hang out with this friend, do this activity, and like the people will suggest, like do this, do that, do this, and the same thing with like demon infusing. It's like like make this demon, make that. When you're like, I'm not sure what to make. Like, I assume it's gonna be the same thing when it's like make this choice, make that choice, side with this character. That's pretty interesting because I, for the most part, I'm just like I'll just pick one side. I'm not particularly passionate about one side, so I'll go with whatever I feel is best. I don't have like a true passionate like formed opinion on whatever decision I make.
Well, it says, continuing on, Batman will be the first of its games to support this crowd play feature. Turning it on provides you with a URL that other players other people can use to participate. Viewers can give different actions a thumbs up or thumbs down and vote for dialogue options they want to see chosen. Viewers can see how the vote unfolds, and the game can be set up so that the most popular decision is automatically made, or so the player still makes the final choice.
That's really cool.
They said it could be interesting for like streamers and stuff, just to see how things go. But yeah, it is an interesting feature. I kind of see. Like, I probably wouldn't use it, but it is cool that exists.
It's like I feel like it's a cool feature, but it's audited poorly. Like, new multiplayer feature that actually is more than just one or two people. It's like multi-universe. No, it's not crazy. Never mind.
You need at least 3.
When you're playing a Telltale game, like you want your own decisions, to matter. And what I play and what Liam play are going to be, I would guess, two very different things. And and like multiplayer, you assume 8 players, whereas this like maybe connect like a interconnected choice because you're getting thousands of responses. Like at the end of the episode, they'll be like you were in the 17% that decided to side with this character.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
you kind of give the details at the end of the episode, whereas this is more like direct, and it's right there, as the choice is potentially being made. That's how I feel. And my audio is just freaking out, so I think we're just gonna have to take the YouTube audio.
That's fine. We can do
Okay.
that. Speaking of Telltale, Walking Dead Season 3 images and details, so more images and details have been revealed. Telltale Games appeared at San Diego Comic-Con to reveal new images and details about the upcoming Season 3 of Walking Dead. We now know that players will control 2 different characters and be introduced to a familiar face. One of the playable characters is series protagonist Clementine, who has aged a few years in Season 2. You'll switch between her and new character Javier, but you won't play as both of them in the same frame of time.
Huh.
Javier is described as a survivor that's, quote, currently struggling to keep his family together in the face of the undead apocalypse. Additionally, what?
2 things. Fun fact: my brother-in-law's name is Javier.
Javier, okay.
Secondly, how old is Clementine in Season 2? Probably like 14, 15?
About
Like
that.
young teenage group.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I'm assuming she's probably like young adult, like 18, 19.
Young teenager, seasoned zombie slayer, but yeah.
So she has the experience of like a 37-year-old, but she's really like 18, so she's good to go for a while.
Yes.
Cool. So I'll trust her.
Yeah. One more thing. Additionally, Telltale confirmed that AJ, the child of Rebecca from Season 2, will return in Season 3.
I don't remember her.
Wow.
The
Really?
baby.
Oh, okay. The little baby. Okay. Wow.
Yep.
The baby in the
Baby will
snowstorm.
return.
Oh,
So
spoilers.
Yeah, the baby in the snowstorm.
So that
Spoilers.
must
Not
be-
really spoilers. Not really.
I mean, I'm not sure if like I wonder if he's a young kid or what.
I mean, I'd imagine he's only like a toddler though, because it's only a
Like
couple years
like
later.
maybe 4 or 5. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Are
think that could
are
be
they
the
going for like
oldest.
an even younger like version of Season 1 Clementine?
Mhm.
I like maybe
I don't think that would work.
Clementine is like the unofficial like caretaker of this kid. AJ
Yeah.
is his name.
Mhm.
It's like the unofficial caretaker of AJ. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting that he's in it though.
Huh.
I mean, like, I guess they couldn't just gotten rid of him, but
Yeah. I mean, people would be like, "Oh, where's the baby?" Well, Clementine ate the baby.
Clementine, you got to do what you got to do.
I'm
Harsh.
sorry, I was hungry. it was either the baby or a
My own
piece of
foot.
chocolate.
Or a piece of chocolate.
I mean, it's
Or-
chocolate, so...
But man, I can't wait for Season 3, except I have to
Is
wait
it
until
coming this year or?
Yeah, it's this year.
Wow, nice.
So, yeah, no specific release date, but it's this year for sure.
So, do we know what's on Telltale's schedule? Like, it's Batman, Season 3 of Walking Dead. Is there anything else?
Season 2 Game of Thrones,
Uh,
and their super project
all
is
right.
supposed to be
Lionhead?
talked about soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Dang it, I was hoping like it was just Batman and Walking Dead, and that was it, so they could focus on like a timely release for each. Like, because like Game of Thrones, like I wouldn't really care if they did one episode every 2 months. Like Walking Dead, that's the most popular franchise, so like I want them to release that in a timely manner.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully they'll be able to do it better than they have in the past. But I mean,
No, absolutely.
we don't know. Next up, the top 10 best-selling games in the U.S. for June 2016 have been
Also,
released.
aren't NPD doing digital sales now too?
I think so.
I'm trying to think where I saw that news story. Might have been like last week or the week before. Yeah, I think they're now like counting in digital sales too. Because I used to just do physical, retail stuff.
So, okay, here. So it says MPD's top 10 is now ranked in terms of dollar sales rather than units sold. That's interesting.
Huh.
It's also the first to cover both physical and digital copies.
Okay, so yeah, it's in effect now. Sweet.
So I think that would mean stuff like I think that's why
Minecraft would
Minecraft
probably,
sort of
yeah.
pushed down the list just because it's not much.
Well, I think most people would typically buy. Like, do they factor in like tablets and like iOS purchases?
I have no idea.
So
Probably.
the news story that I read is that the publishers actually have to give them the digital sales numbers. They won't report it. I read this on VentureBeat, I believe, but how it is they're teaming up with publishers such as Ubisoft, EA, and Activision. Those are just some. That's not all of them.
Mhm.
And the publishers are saying we sold this many in digital sales. Then MPD is gonna get the same physical sales that they've always been getting, but
Just add it
it's actually
together.
it's
like
actually
added
not coming
to-
from it's not coming from the stores or Steam. It's coming from the publishers themselves. So that's kind of where it's at.
Huh.
Well, the
It
top.
seems like it's gonna be like a slow like build up then.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just go over the top 10 real quick. 1, Overwatch does not include PC Battle.net sales. 2, Grand Theft Auto 5. 3,
God,
Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Is
4,
it the Force. Oh, okay. I thought you meant
Force.
like the MMO. I was like, wait, really?
No. 4, Doom, which does not
Nice.
include digital sales. 5, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which is kind of surprising. 6, Uncharted 4, Thief's End does not include digital sales. 7, NBA 2K16. 8, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. 9, Destiny: The Taken King. 10, Minecraft does not include digital sales.
Taken King for this month. Wow.
So just a heads up, from what we can see here is that Bethesda, Sony, which I wouldn't if I was Sony, whoever is the publisher of Minecraft, they're all not reporting their digital sales.
Mhm.
But EA definitely is, Activision, 2K,
Yeah, 2K, I was going to say.
Yep.
and who published Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens?
Is it TT Games?
TT Games.
Okay, so they developed and published it.
I think so.
Let me
Okay.
check that. Because I know they develop it. I would guess they publish it too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because there's
Warner
just so many
Brothers.
Lego games, Otis.
Warner Brothers.
Okay.
published it.
Oh, Warner Brothers. That makes sense. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's games. As for console sales, PS4 leads U.S. console sales in June as well, as always. But the one thing I was going to bring up, just due to this sort of news thing, since the Xbox One S is coming out next month, how do you think that'll adjust like sales in terms of PS4, Xbox One?
I'm sorry. What was your question? I was looking at something.
Since the Xbox One S is coming out next month, how do you think that'll affect sort of like the sales competition between PS4 and Xbox One?
I mean, at least for the first few months, I don't think it would. Actually, maybe the first month it would because it's a new system. It would boost it and maybe be enough to let it take advantage for the month. But I'm not quite sure because I think if you already have an Xbox One, you're probably waiting on a Scorpio.
Yeah.
The Xbox One S is tempting, but like I already have an Xbox One. I don't need a slimmer model when I can wait a year from now and get the new beefed up model. Yeah.
So personally, for me, I think it'll be interesting to see who gets in a 1S because
I think Michael's getting one.
Yeah, he already traded his Xbox One.
Okay.
Well, I don't think it'll cut the gap enough. I don't think it'll really. I don't know if they'll win, but it'll be I feel like if the Xbox One S does sell a lot, it's kind of a sign that E3 has grown outside of like the gamer ecosystem. I still feel like E3 is kind of sort of niche, and that while a lot of us tuned into it, not really the general public, which is what they need to do to sell an Xbox One S, because the general public isn't going to be following the Scorpio.
Yeah.
So I think it's really up in the air. I wouldn't be surprised if PlayStation won again. I feel like we're going to hear something about the Neo soon. and that'd be kind of insane if we heard it as
Yeah, maybe they use Gamescom or something
One S,
as.
yeah.
Oh, is Gamescom soon? I know TJs for Gamescom are coming up. One of them.
Yeah,
think
middle
it's
of
like
August,
August.
but Sony isn't going to
Yeah, middle
that,
of
so we won't hear
Okay,
anything
never
there.
mind.
Or Microsoft.
Nope.
And then what about Paris Games Week? Because I feel like Sony could use one of those, events to market their Neo.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if they did, they'd probably do it at Paris Games Week just because they're going there. They're going to have, like, a lot of stuff there.
Right. I mean, I feel like the Xbox One S is like, it's almost like a PS3 Slim or any kind of slim model of that current system. Like it's more for convenience, and it's not going to be like like I said, for the first month maybe it'll do something, but it's not going to be like I need to get an Xbox One S. Like no, it's like if you just want the more convenient, slimmer model, go ahead. Like you're not going to see like a double in their sales numbers or like a large percentage of growth.
Yeah, even though it's like, yeah, I agree. What about you, Grant? What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like the first month it's definitely going to outsell it, but it won't be by too much. Just because I feel like PS4 is kind of slowing down. Like, obviously the exact numbers don't come out, but it's been leading every month. I can't imagine it's still like selling extremely more.
Mm-hmm.
I think that obviously I think we'll see a price cut for PS4 this holiday season. So
We'll probably see one for the Xbox One then too.
yeah, probably
Drop it down to $50.
I feel like they should just discontinue the main Xbox One.
Yeah, it's
like just like, hey, we're gonna discontinue it. Here's the One S.
like,
It's
that would
like
make sense.
$10.
They're gonna have all three like together in the ecosystem, and Nintendo does that with their DS models. But like the 2DS is, for the most part, for kids because they don't want to hurt their eyes and everything. Whereas like I just don't see the point in having the big bulky Xbox One and then the One S and then the Scorpio. Like I just it just annoys me when I see like Xbox One's getting a price cut, and it's like this system is like almost positive it's now less than the Wii U right now.
it is for sure.
Like
It
that's crazy. And I'm sure like it'll get some kind of permanent price cut again. And it's like, why would you not buy it at that point for $250? Like it's I don't know. It bothers me.
Yeah, and about what you guys said about like if you already have an Xbox One, I'd assume you're waiting for Scorpio to get one. Like it's maybe not because I don't plan on getting a Scorpio. Like I'd probably rather get just the S, just because I feel like Scorpio is going to cost so much. Like I feel like it's not going to be any less than $500.
Yeah, I mean we can speculate for now, but
Yeah, just speculation. But
yeah. I mean, I don't foresee myself buying one, anytime near its like first couple months out of the gate. But I'm having a brain fart, and I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh well.
but yeah, like I don't see myself paying at least $500 for a system that's just like upgraded graphics and like improved performance. I just don't see the value in that, so I'd probably get a S before I got a Scorpio, if that makes any sense.
Yep,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
and I mean, I would consider an S if what I hope they do with like trade in your original Xbox One or whatever, get like $150 towards the Scorpio. Like I would consider getting the S if they did that too. Like trade it in, you get like $150 towards the Xbox One, and so now it's at a cheaper price for you, and it's not as much on your wallet, and you're getting the product you want.
Yeah. Think that's all we got for that talk.
The new Storm.
Yeah. So there were a couple more things on here, but I took it off just because I didn't want to run too long. But this last one I just thought was hilarious. So let's see here. So Pokemon Go. There's a video.
Is it the Chinese one?
I don't think so.
Okay. There's like a Chinese. There's like a GIF of like a commercial made in China, and they like go through like this broken down fence for a Pikachu, and I didn't finish watching it, but I assume they like fall off the cliff or something.
No. But so this is the article. Even reporters in Washington, D.C. are playing Pokemon Go. During a State Department briefing on Thursday, spokesperson John Kirby called out a member of the press for playing the wildly popular game in the middle of a briefing on a fight against ISIS. He said, I watched the video before. He was like speaking about something, and then he said, "You're playing the Pokemon thing right there, aren't you?" And then after he
The
finished,
Pokemon thing.
Those darn Pokemon things.
Says
again.
you're playing the Pokemon thing right there, aren't you? That's what he said. And
Darn
then
millennials.
the reporter said, "I'm just keeping an eye on it." And then Kirby launched back into his prepared remarks. When he was done, he came back to the reporter and said, "Did you catch one?" The man replied that he hadn't, in part because the signal's not very good.
Nice.
And Kirby said, "I'm sorry about that."
At least he was sincere.
Yeah, it's
At least he was sincere.
that Pokemon thing.
You gosh darn Pokemon.
I knew it. That's all we got for this episode of the Gamble Podcast, I believe. Be sure to check out thegamble.com for all your video game stuff, such as Necropolis review. Scrolling down here, 7 franchises that should get the Pokemon Go treatment by Ryan, and 5 Marvel games that are probably already in development by Liam. So yeah, there's even more stuff up there. Go check it out. We got a ton of new writers recently, so we're going to be pushing out more content.
Yeah, let's see some new faces,
Yeah,
new places.
new faces, maybe on the podcast.
Yeah, definitely. Like to get one of them on here sometime.
Yeah, it would be
I know
good.
Thomas has been on a couple. Hopefully we can do the same for Jordan and the others.
The others. But yeah, again, it's the Gamble Podcast, your official podcast of thegamble.com. If you have any topics you'd like us to discuss, you can go ahead and ask them on stream, or it's easier to tweet them at us. The Gamble Podcast posts to iTunes every Wednesday this week, and YouTube Thursday this week.
Should be back on track.
Yeah, next week
hopefully
should be
next
back on
week.
track every Tuesday and Wednesday. We already went over that, and now we're gonna go. Where can you find Brett on Twitter?
You can find me at Brett Woodmansee, WOODMANSEE.
Liam, where can we find you?
I am at Liam Neeson. Leeum Neeson.
And you can find me at GrantRam3. You can follow the Gamebolt at @the_Gamebolt. That's all we got for you this week. Thank you for joining us, and we will catch you on the next episode. Later, guys.
Take care, guys.
That's it.